just to give way to the rally qualifiers for those that weren't up to date with why we're broadcasting here. And we are broadcasting to two channels, so the Rainbow Six ANZ channel as well as the Let's Play Live LPL Play channel on Twitch. And don't forget, you can always follow us on Twitter to keep updates and to keep up to date with everything that's happening with Rainbow Six here at Let's Play Live. But don't forget, the rally qualifiers have gone through and people are getting ready, and now we are also prepping for the Rainbow Six Masters in the ANZ. So we've got a lot of content here, but tonight for Let's Play Live, let's look at the leaderboard, where we're standing with tonight's matchups. So over the last few weeks, we've had extremely absolute losses. They did take 2 losses. At one point, they didn't have any at all. But with 5 wins and 2 losses, they're looking quite strong. Tied up with Team Sinister and both Justice Esports is falling behind quite closely, 4-3, as well as the Team Australia and Sleeper Gaming moving forward as well. So these teams are quite tight at next to next to each other. But we've only got 4 teams left in our semi-finals, and tonight we have Team Sinister versus you guys didn't see the time before. Coming in, folks, it does look like the bans are coming in, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. Just a side note, guys, I did take some statistics, and these aren't complete statistics based on the entire performance of all the games, but from the little games that I did get info from the teams, from their performances, and from the games that we did see live, we did see that your citizens who are starting on attack. Smacker. I'm not sure if Smacker's actually playing. Yeah, there's Smacker right there. He's got a crazy performance. Are you guys like plugging your Twitter? Stop it, yo! Not the time. Actually, no, this is the first time. All of those guys on Twitter, guys, they did everything. They worked so hard. And that's just like a Hibana and Capitao ban. And now the next ban coming out, Echo as well being banned out. So there we go, Echo being taken out there, and it does look like maybe the last ban is coming out as well. So not too sure how this is going to turn out, but a Clash ban. Interesting enough. Very interesting. But anyway, so I did take some statistics, and over to these statistics, Smacker is easily the top performing player on Voltic Esports next to Ghoul. So Ghoul is at a 1.9 KD, BB's at 1.6, but I don't know if it's because my statistic, it probably is because my stats aren't complete, but Smacker is technically didn't lose. He kind of had like 20 kills in total over like 2-3 games, and there was one game where he didn't die at all, and so he's got like a 10.5 KD. which is completely insane. I don't think that's completely accurate at all, but it does mean that he is very, very dangerous. Ghoul as well is going to be one of those dangerous operators that we're going to have to see and actually really keep an eye on, but it does look like we're going to be starting over in the hookah and billiards. A site that we normally do see an easy default start on, but sometimes I feel like it's a bit of a telegraph to actually go onto hookah and billiards. Does look like they've all changed their names. It's like you smacker? Okay. Okay, cool, bro. Rich the Beep. Man, these guys are wild. Okay, Playboy Sec. I'm out. I'm done. Sec's been doing quite well as well, by the way. 1.3 KD for him. But for our boys on Sinister GG, don't count them out just yet. Vicious. And this is a more complete analysis on his performance here at this particular Challenger League. He has a 7.6 KD. And that's I can almost guarantee you that is accurate so far. He's followed up, of course, by Luna, who's got 2.2, and Copper on 1.5. Arnie on 3.8, though. Arnie's an absolute madman. But they are already into... Ooh. That is a nasty angle. So, he's already got control over the master bedroom, Shirley Theater as well, and soon the VIP. Sinister aren't wasting any time trying to get into the site and actually pushing the objective. Copper's doing a little bit more recon for his team, as Jackal should, trying to bring in as much intel as he can. But as they do push up, it does seem that Arnie's still not in the building. 1 minute down. Sinister still have quite a lot of room to work with, but it needs to be a little fast. 1 minute and 45 seconds. They've got a little bit of leeway. But some footprints will be scanned, and they will find out one more member on Voltic. Scans do come out, and they are holding those angles. It does look like they've gone for quite a soft defense over and between the two sites. A very interesting choice, actually. We don't see that very often, actually reinforcing the right-hand side. But there we go. Copper picks up 1 kill. Fisho's got the next one in there. Double kill for him. And as they push up, one's coming up the Cool Vibe stairs. Will they be able to rack this? There we go. One more down to Vicious as well. And Fisho guy picks up one for himself as well. Ghoul's gonna have to try to react. But Voltic Esports are on the back leg. He's gonna win a 1v3. He walks right past one as well. And he will go down. Fisho guy cleans that up. Sinister win round 1 in a very convincing and very aggressive fashion. That was okay. I said they needed to go fast, but they didn't have to go that fast. They went in quite hard, and honestly, it paid off very well for Sinister, and it's looking good and looking up for them so far. The pick for the KB, she set into quite well into that pick, and especially with an aggressive take, storming onto site, clearing it out, and then not even going for the plant at one point. They just kind of just went in, cleared them out, and then used the phone call to make sure that any roamers returning to site were caught and actually delayed. Amazing play, very well coordinated, and a great job by Sinister GG. Voltic are now switching sites because they decided that, you know what, they're doing that way too well. We need a choke point like the service entrance where we can hold them off for as long as possible and try to nail them down. I like how they're going for some defense over by the Sunset Bar as well. It does show that they're going for a very comprehensive defense. Sorry for the moments of silence, folks. Just dealing with a few issues. But we are back, and don't worry, we are still live. It does look like we are pushing through, and Vicious is already droning onto the side, and he notices that they've got a lot of reinforcements and a lot of information there. Just gonna peek it out, take out the Legion Goo, and put out some air jabs for to counter any possible rotations. Fisho's already stormed his way into the VIP Hall of Fame. He's taken out a couple of cameras here, and he is pushing through quite aggressively. Luna's on the other side, ready to receive, and also in a good position to refrag. And she's playing a Zofia. Now, that's an operator that I didn't expect her to see. Normally, we do see her on that support, but now moving her into a more utility frag position. I'm liking this change for her. She does have that ability to actually frag quite high, but in a support position where you are not necessarily the first one on site, not necessarily the best for her. There we go. The breaching charges will go down above the kitchen site, and as they try to pin the Valkyrie downstairs in the bathroom, it does look like Arnie is trying to find the missing Valkyrie as they rotate through and try to pin her down. Copper is still doing a little bit of recon on that Jackal. Still nobody being caught out there, but Luna's going to walk past one right now. Arnie picks up one on Smacker. And it does look like they are they're still trying to find this Valkyrie. Playing it real safe right now. So, one man down with 1 minute left. It does look like it's going to be a good time for Sinister GG yet again. Luna picked up another kill. There we go. Double kill for Luna. Doing so well. This girl is absolutely bonkers. Official already has that cool vibe stairs cut off. They're not getting through to that anytime soon. Afflex gets that SMG-11. Copper goes down to that. And it does look like Sinister have full control. Afflex is the last one left, and Fisho picks that up for himself. No work at all for Sinister so far. Easy game. So I feel like Voltic are a little spread out, and they need to come back together and try to hold down a tighter space where they can refrag for one another. What it does look like is that Voltic are being taken out one by one, and in the space and time that they do get taken out and singled out, and sometimes even even pinched, they're not able to refrag and really cover their bases at this point. So Sinister are reading into this, and they're doing a very good job at taking them out. But at the same time, I feel like Voltic really needs to tighten it up. Not in the sense that they're not doing a good job with their defense. I just feel like they're a little bit too sparse spread, and they're not able to back each other up. Having to repeat myself over that one. So, going back to the hookah and billiards, will they be able to actually hold this down? Because it really feels like that setup was solid, but there wasn't enough investment in the billiards the first round over, and Sinister had too easy of a time actually pushing through and taking them out. So now that we're seeing that Affix is actually going to open much more of that central panel of the wall, they should be able to defend it quite well. He only has the SMG-11 on him, so it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to fight at a long range, especially without an ACOG, especially with the RNG-11. But with easy control over the master bedroom already, oh my gosh, a couple of gunshots there, trying to cover their bases, make sure that nobody is around. But Copper already took a little bit of damage, and he's throwing a couple of blind shots out there, maybe trying to get lucky. But with a PDW-9, yeah, the guy can afford it. You know, he's got quite a lot to him. Copper picks up an easy kill through that punch hole in the wall against Sek going down there. Unfortunately, Voltic not having a good time this game, and Coastline certainly shaping up to be a Sinister map. Oh no, girl, you missed your drone. That's unfortunate. I think she's gonna go down to get it, which is a lot of commitment for a drone. And I mean, drones they're very crucial. Don't get me wrong, but with Vicious holding a line and a angle all the way from the ruins, these guys are investing quite a lot in cutting out these angles, but Copper's already been downed. I don't know if they're going to be able to pick him up and secure that kill, but Arnie might be able to do something about it. There we go. He picks up his teammate, and Jackal still on the board. So still a 5-4 situation. One downstairs. I'm not sure who it is, but if it is Gould, he might be able to pick up a C4 kill. Doesn't have too much info just yet, but he is roaming around that room, and oh my gosh, Luna has actually put a push through. She reads into that so well, and he's now trapped into the CCTV bridge, and she's gonna rappel up and go back to side and back her teammates up. Athix takes out one. Rich, the BB, takes out the second. BB is doing so well for himself right now. And there we go. 2 members from Sinister down, and now Voltic have spun it out, and oh my gosh, Athix picks up the double kill. There we go. The PDW's back on it, and oh no, he doesn't win the next. Athix with a triple. Copper going out, and Voltic pick up a round for themselves. Round 3. Athix with the 4K. I feel like Voltic are actually, I feel like they're waking up now. You know, I feel like they're going to do well from this point onwards.
Change the goddamn controls on me.
Yeah, so there we go. A Gridlock coming in. Now, Gridlock being picked, that's interesting. Happy to see her come in, and it does look like Fisho guy is going to be having the diffuser on him as well. So there we go. It does look like Sick is going to play that mirror on the theater. Now that's an operator that I expected to get banned, but since Sick now has that mirror available to him, it might actually work out quite well for them. So BB's going to put down the strike barricade on that. Oh no, it's cutting it close, man. All these members running past this mirror trying to shotgun the mirror open. Playing with fire, dude. So Sinister have the diffuser, and they are, I mean, but they're gonna try to push it now, and it does look like with an easy secure of the aquarium, they've also got control over that luggage space, and if they get to push through into the hall, it could turn out quite well for them. I'm not sure what use the air jab's gonna do there though. Copper picks up an easy kill on the Smacker. I'm not sure how exactly, but probably a wall bang by the look of it. And now that they've actually opened up the wall and given them a little bit of line of sight, I'm not sure what they're trying to gain here, but maybe they're trying to use that mirror to try to contest that space. The track staggers are going down, and that's gonna prevent any rotation into the site as well. And they realized that Gridlock is actually quarantined. I didn't want to say it before, it would have been awkward, but the admins are going to sort that one out. But we'll play out the rest of this round so far. So Vicious takes out Fisho guys as an apology to the rest of the game. But it does look like Rich is going to be trying to hold that hallway for as long as he can. Luna is pushing through. Does see the mirror there, and you know what? That mirror setup's pretty interesting now. So Arnie is good at, he's playing with fire. He can't really breach charge that because it's too low for him, and the breach charge won't set. So now that they can't use a soft breach on it, they can't really do much other than that. But they did. Oh, okay. Luna actually opened up the mirror, so they can't hold that position anymore, and now it's completely moot. So Twitch being the key to actually take this one out and actually push through. It does look like it's gonna be maybe a little bit of a stalemate right now. 30 seconds left on the clock. They really need to push it through. And they are pushing through. It does look like they are pushing up, and they've only got 20 seconds left. EMPs go out. It does look like the smoke's going out as well. And it does look like Arnie is going to try to rappel in. So he's going to get caught in all that smoke. He doesn't have much space to go with. He has the flooring open beneath him. And, oh no, they're going to try to push it out. Luna picks up one kill. Arnie onto the second, gets taken up by the C4. Playboy Sec picks up that one for himself. And it does look like Voltic win round 4. So it does look like Smacka is going to be swapping back onto that castle. So hopefully we do see that come through. And something interesting come out. So I like Castle myself quite a bit. He is that operator that brings in a little bit of variety into the defense, in the sense that he creates his own rooms. He's able to actually manipulate the map to quite a good degree, where the enemy team actually has to play into how he wants to defend. And in the start, the first few seasons of Siege, he was really underappreciated and underused. In fact, a lot of people thought that he wasn't viable until we started seeing more and more pros actually pick him up and actually start using him effectively in a more strategized and coordinated defense. Copper actually going to try and take over the master bedroom, and honestly I'm surprised they're not actually defending it a little bit more, or try to secure it, because for a defense on kitchen, master bedroom, and VIP are absolutely crucial, and you can't give that up because the vertical play in this game for Coastline is massive. See you later, Refrog. There we go. Luna as well over into the billiards room already, and they've got secure, and they've got surefire secure control over this. Claymore goes down. Cool Vibe stairs are no longer an issue, and they will be able to actually focus a little bit more on that soft breach. So as they push through, it does look like Fisho is going to try to take out a little bit more of these ADSs, some of these jammers. Won't be able to pick up anyone other than that anytime soon, but it does look like he will be able to pick up maybe a little bit of information just from looking at the gadgetry and the setup downstairs. So Copper in the PDW9 does make him, I mean, it still has fantastic frag potential, but it's also got now an element where it's similar to an LMG, and he's able to put down suppressive fire. And suppressive fire is an element of gunplay in Siege that we don't actually appreciate enough. In my opinion, suppressive fire not only turns out and sort of acts the same way as a prolonged pre-fire, which we see professionals do quite a lot, because normally we do see a lot of people walk into the line of fire after they peek into it because they think like, oh, you know, he's going to shoot a couple of shots here and then I'll peek. But the prolonged use of the gunfire will normally result sometimes in a kill. But with that 50 round drum mag, it will be the case. Oh my gosh, Fisho guy barely lives and actually picks up that kill for himself. I don't know how they let that slip through, but it does look like they've got secure control over these sites here. Vicious picks up one, rotating in, and Spaka gets taken out. Playboy Sec gets taken up by Copper as well, so double kill for him. The diffuser is planted and it is going down. It does look like Sec is the only one left, and he almost picks up one kill. He's rotating through. It does look like, oh my gosh, he picks up one for himself. Will he be able to pick up the last three? This man needs to pull up a 4K. He knows exactly where they are, but will he be able to do anything about it? One more. Oh my gosh, with the headshot. And no, Artie from the outside of service will clean that up and stop him from getting and securing that quadra kill. So close with Voltic. Honestly. So close. So it does look like Smacka will be swapping off the Mirror onto the Pulse. So that makes sense to me because Mirror doesn't really have a good spot on Hookah. There are too many angles for the Mirror to actually contest and actually try to fight. And nowhere the Mirror can really capitalize. Maybe on the Cool Vibe stairs, but as soon as the Cool Vibe stairs gets taken over or becomes contested, it immediately becomes an area where the Mirror honestly wouldn't want to fight. So Smacker would actually just leave the Mirror, and it would become an asset for Sinister. So good choice actually swapping off. Probably a little bit of telegraph. Kind of obvious to me, but does look like they're going for that similar setup we saw last time, so hopefully it works out this time for them. Vicious is pushing through, and he will be trying to hold this interesting angle. Doesn't actually get much from it, but hoping someone will walk him through. Gonna put down the air jab over that window just in case anyone tries to run out. But Luna in that similar spot trying to hold down the staircase from the hallway. And now actually securing the master bedroom upstairs. It doesn't look like they will be trying to gain, and they will actually gain control over this. Back actually opening up quite a line of sight there. Did he see the footprint? I definitely saw the footprint. I'm not sure if he did. He will. Oh, there we go. He finds one, scans it, and there we go. Pulse identified. Has to rotate back to site. And that's the power of Pulse. Of Jackal. So, forcing your roamers to actually rotate back to site is a huge advantage because it gives you security for the rest of the actual map, and it allows you to play a little bit more aggressively and take control of the areas that you need to control. They've got good security and good control over the first floor now, but they need to clear it out a little bit more before they actually take control upstairs. One more in the blue bar here, rotating past the shield. A couple of shots, rotates back. Not sure of exactly where they are. Luna actually called the ping out. There we go, rotating all the way around, and there we go. The good pre-fire actually picks up that kill onto Ghoul. So Luna roam clearing quite effectively so far. Whoopsie. Fisho cooking that a little bit too early, a little bit too late. Got burnt. I'm not just talking about the fish. But there we go. One more will be pinned down, and he doesn't have much space available to him. Does look like Maestro is caught in a pretty peculiar and precarious position. One more on the ping as well. Prone. Over by the hatch, unable to move right now. The smoke is up. Luna is pushing through it. Oh no, Sek actually picks up that one. Arnie on the Vicious as well, and he cleans that up onto Sek. But it does look like they're going for that plant now, and no, it's not required at all. Copper cleans up the last kill on the BB. Doc actually being considered right now is an interesting choice. So it looks like they're stacking up on those ACOGs as much as they can right now. So the only ACOG that they could have had that is not available is a Kaid. Not necessary right now for their defense, I guess. For their style of play, I wouldn't actually recommend it. Legion is a good choice because they are... I feel like Sinister know that Voltic are going to try to push us as aggressively as possible. But on round 7, 4-2 right now, a scoreline where Sinister have a great advantage, but Voltic aren't necessarily out of the game just yet. So we've seen huge comebacks from some of these teams, and honestly, I think Voltic have it in them to bring this through. They just really need to work it out and try to find their momentum here. I'm not sure whereabouts they're gonna go with this, but it does look like gonna pick up those t-shirts. Luna, last one into the store. Put down a couple of goo mines. Camouflage amidst the barbed wire. There we go. Ooh. Great job by Smacker to read into that, and BB picking up a very quick kill into Bishop. So there goes one of their top fraggers, and it doesn't look good for it looks like a good start for Voltic so far. So they're pushing up through it. They're gaining very swift control over the second floor. So only 2 more members upstairs actually trying to contest this, closer to site. But nothing's much so far downstairs. So Ghoul almost get taken out by C4, I think. I think that's what I saw. But it does look like they are pushing through. They take out those cabs. They get these claymores down. Now they're secured upstairs. A double claim. What? Does that even work? Oh my gosh. Copper getting caught out on the reload animation. Does get taken out there. There goes 2 of your best. 2 of your... I mean, to be fair, Sinister. Everyone on Sinister is a big fragger. Artie especially. And don't forget about Vicious with that 3... what is Vicious putting on again? 7.6 KD. So don't count them out just yet. They should be able to pull this through, but it's not like Voltic are without merit either. So frag rate going down through vibes. But won't pick up anyone just yet, but it does look like they will be able to get started on that Virgil game. Affix still outside, getting caught by the goo mines. Trying to delay as much time as possible. Voltic are doing a good job at pushing up through, but Sinister delaying as much time as possible. No, sorry. Try to push up. Try to delay as much as possible. Yeah, what am I talking about? They swap sides. Come on, Ian, duh. So, one's actually in lobby. I'm not sure if they realize that. That one member is over by the lobby. I think it's Luda actually by lobby. So Smacka's actually pulled out the cassette threat. That's fresh. I haven't read that one before. But he will be pushing up, and they do secured. Oh my gosh, it's not Luda, it's actually Vicious. So there we go. The UMP5 versus the MK17 QCB. They are pushing through. He is trying to hold it down. The pings are live, and he is going to be caught out. Will he be able to fight through? Oh my gosh, Vicious actually wins that fight through the shield. That's crazy. The ballistic shield didn't do anything for him. The UV smacker picks up Luna, and there we go. So a 2-4 situation. Sinister are not in the best position right now. It's gonna come down to Vicious and Artie to actually take this one out. But Artie should be able to. Oh no, I speak too soon. Vicious picks up a double kill for himself, but he gets refragged. Smacker cleaned that one up for his team Voltic. Or round 7. All right. A similar lineup coming up from Sinister so far. Voltic actually looking quite confident in their lineup. Blackbeard still being picked up. Sick, quite confident with that. We saw him play that before, but last time the big Sec moment with the C4 kill, that was with the DMR. But now that we've got him on that AR assault rifle, it does look like it's working well for him. But it's, I don't think I think he's just had bad luck so far. So we'll see how that turns out for them. I think they're going to be quite confident attacking this site. They've had a lot of experience actually playing this site and on this map as well, so they should be quite confident with actually defending it. But Sinister attacking it, but you know, Sinister should be quite confident with defending it as well. So it does look like they are going to be pushing through and try to control these sites with a similar lineup to what Voltic had. So maybe the meta is shifting. Maybe I'm just a little bit out of date, but an interesting camp coming up from Official Guy here with the Silent Deagle. Silent Deagle. So that's going to be pretty important, and I suppose it allows him to... Oh my gosh. They're gonna have to drone that a little bit more before they push in. Does look like it's gonna be clear though. It looks he's pushed into the VIP through the hall, so they won't be able to. They won't see him this time around. But maybe if he rotates back through the hallway, they might pick him up. Does look clear. They will be pushing through. It does look like a couple of shots are going through, but nothing too threatening just yet. But Voltic are all on one side. We don't see any 360 flanks coming out, so no one from the other side of the map actually bringing too much presence. All 5 members are here on the northeastern side, and maybe that's going to work out best for them. Fisher's downstairs by the kitchen, and it does look like a couple of black eyes are in some strategic spots for them to maybe try to pick up a nice C4. There we go. I was going to get to it. I'm sorry, I was going to get to it. I was a little bit late to that one, but there we go. They do pick up that Sec is upstairs with that Blackbeard, and he is pushing through. I'm surprised BB's not on the BB, you know what I mean? But there we go. It's Fisho picking up a second kill for himself from the kitchen. No, from the blue bar. Actually rotating over from the courtyard by the look of it, and he will be trying to secure that bottom angle. He's got a little bit more backup right now. I think it's no, it's not Arnie, it's Copper. So Copper keeps a frag potential there, folks. So if Arnie gets healed up, which he does, Sinister are at full strength. So that's exactly why Vicious is on that dock. They are pushing through. They won't see that one member of Sinister was prone there, and they've got that bar on their right hand side controlled up. Oh my gosh, a lot of gunshots coming out. It does look like Elda picks up a kill for himself, and Luna with the C4 as well. So Sinister picking up C4 kills here and there and everywhere. Playboy Set getting picks up Fisho Guy, but oh my gosh, that wall's soft, my dude. Rotate off it. He's taking way too much collateral damage. He's actually in a better position right now. But it doesn't look like, oh no. Arnie sees this he's gonna see this coming a mile away. Sec's gotta cover his bases right now, but he's got that 20 seconds left. It doesn't look good for Voltic this round over. It does look like Sinister are gonna secure a 5th round for themselves as they push through. Playboy is only on that, like, I assume 10 in health, but there we go. Copper cleans that up easily. Round 8 going to Sinister, and it does look like it could be Sinister's map. They don't need to change their lineup too much. It does look like Sinister are having a great time on those operators. Duna now actually on the Valkyrie, and Fisho on the Rook. So not sure what or why Fisho did so well on the Valkyrie, and maybe Luna just wanted a turn. Fisher's actually going to reinforce that corner wall by the VIP. And I'm surprised that he's doing that. Normally we do see that actually quite open. And actually we do see a lot of operators, a lot of players use that soft wall to their advantage. And actually use that to take out anyone trying to get that hard breach down or actually trying to peek through. An advantageous angle, actually. Quite dangerous if you don't have an ACOG. But definitely probably necessary, especially if you're going to try to hold the 90 hall as the maestro. No spawn peaks today, Fisho. Sorry, dude. Ooh, Fisher getting taken out by Affix already. DMR, MK14, EBR doing quite well, and they are pushing through, and they are gaining control of the cool vibes. One more in VIP. Don't think they realize that there's someone down in lobby either, but they might be pushing through. It does look like Smacker's got that rotation covered. But the way they've gone about this, and they're pushing through Aquarium, is interesting because we normally see a lot of operators actually go directly to the site through the VIP lounge, and normally they have to contest that. But this time, the fact that they have to contest the hallway through the Aquarium and by the Billions and Hookah, this is interesting. I haven't seen this come out, and oh my gosh, Affix misses the headshot. Now trying to hold a different angle. Takes a couple of bullets himself from the VIP, but Voltic are playing a dangerous game trying to play at these angles. They need to play a little bit more aggressively, but Vicious with that control does look like it's going to be quite secure for him. Oh my gosh. Affix is in a bit of a gunfight, but it does look like one member, most likely Copper, will be able to rotate out through the CCTV, and they might be able to cut him off downstairs. But I'm not completely sure if they will be able to, or if they're gonna just leave him alone. He's getting called. He's getting jackaled, and you know what? The eye tracker, it's gonna do work for them. He's not gonna have a good time. If he doesn't get back to site, there we go. Affix getting taken out. Luda getting refragged by Sek. So there we go. Great gameplay by these guys, actually covering their crossfires and each other's backs. Couple more shots here over by the theater and master bedroom. One's bolted in. It does look like Vicious doesn't get that kill hole that he's looking for just yet. Couple of shots here. Vicious might be able to pick up one. Sees one rotate through. Ghoul picks up one onto Arnie. Does look like this push isn't working out so far for them. Couple more shots go out, and just by the double window, it does look like the plant is going to go down. Couple more shots by Vicious, and he's almost taken out as well. Copper picks up one into Smacker. It does look like a 2-3. The plant is successful. The reinforced wall's not working out for them. Oh my gosh, Copper picks up a nice wall bang kill on Sick. It does look like BB takes one into Vicious, and Ghoul might be able to just hold this from the outside. So they've got the number advantage, but Copper does not have the positional strength to actually take this. He could have got that kill, but no. BB in a better position will be able to secure this. Voltic would one round as well. Definitely a tight game between these two teams. I can't believe how neck to neck this is. Well, yes, I can. These are fantastic teams. These are some of the best talent you're gonna see in ANZ. So definitely a tight game so far. 5-4. Voltic are not taking this lying down. And don't forget, guys, this is a best of 3 tonight. So we're not seeing any other teams tonight other than Sinister and Voltic, but we are gonna see these two teams really claw it out to see who's going to turn up at a 2-0 or a 1-2 or a 1-2. Yes, that's how it works. Yes. Damn. Dang. My math is horrible, by the way. So. So now that we're seeing a defense come out from the blue and sunset bars, this isn't something I've seen just yet. So not a site that Voltic like defending, but definitely a site that Sinister are more comfortable with. Will they be able to actually control this well enough? Because with a map like Coastline and a site like Sunset and Hookah, so Sunset and Blue, there's a lot of vertical play over Hookah and Billions, and it's still going to come down to actually controlling that second floor as well as the VIP room. So they can't they really have to secure that for the defense, and the attack have to puzzle their way through on how to actually make their way onto site, actually claw it away and pry it from Sinister's hands. Who does notice the model for the alibi does poke out that window there. It does look like they will be rapidly up and pushing through. Ghoul with a couple quick flicks does check his 2, has 6. And here we rappelling and getting inside and to the building. And it does look like they are going to be trying to get a little bit of vertical play over that kitchen. Maybe. Oh, they noticed the pulse. Vicious gets caught out. They know exactly where he is. Will they be able to actually rotate onto him? Sek is in a good position to actually take that fight, but that's not something you want your Thatcher to be doing. You don't want to put your Thatcher into a line of fire because you need him alive as long as possible. Smacker's gonna try to spare himself the gunfight just for now. Well, they do have quite a few red pigs, but he's playing very close to the enemy. The enemy's waiting for that right position, and you know what? They might just be able to get it. Claymores go down. Maybe see a double Claymore. There we go. Oh no, there we go. Affix getting taken out. Why did he peek that? Why would you peek that, dude? A silly kill, but a silly death on top of that. So official guy rotates down. He's gonna be a little bit safer on site, but he's still in a decent amount of health to actually try to contest that blue bar. Smack is gonna hit the hologram, and that's gonna reveal his position for a couple of seconds, and the defense will know maybe exactly where the one member of the attacking team will be, as he gets caught by a Goomite as well. So he's not in a good position, and a couple of wallbangs might turn out lucky, but Ghoul doesn't seem to have that luck just today. He still has the ITA 12. He can get some vertical play going through, open up a little bit of flooring, but Sinister are spread out through into the offices as well, and with a lot of claymores on Voltic's side, they will be able to try to control this for as long as possible. One more actually pushing through. He does hear him vault over. Maybe going for the run out here. Will he actually pay out with that one? No, he doesn't get the kill. Smacker drops super low though. He's going to go for a second run out. What is this? Oh my gosh! Are you serious? He doesn't get the kill. Oh, he's still going for it. Ghoul picks up a kill into Luna, and oh my, he's still outside. What? Sinister! Excuse me? How do you get away with that? How do you get away with that? That's absolutely crazy. Copper, I'm sorry, but you're not Crips. Okay? Crips is the only man in Rainbow Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, that can stay outside the building for 20 seconds and not die. You came close though. You were out there for 5 seconds. I'll give you that. Smack is bringing that Maverick now, so that's something new. Arnie's going to be trying to control that hallway with a shield. So we haven't seen this before. I haven't seen this before, at least. But there we go. A couple of punch holes as well for him to try to defend from. Ooh, a bullet hole for Copper. And you know what? These are trending. These bullet holes are trending quite well. So they're harder to see through. They're harder to pick out. But and you get less peripheral vision than you would with a punch hole. I say that sometimes though, like sometimes you have a lot, you get a lot of peripheral vision, but it does look like they will be pushing through. I try to, and maybe I feel like Smacker definitely knows someone's on the stairs, and he's got a couple of members actually pushing and closing in on him. As they fold through, he's got a tight line of sight, and he does have an advantageous position where he will see the enemy before they see him. However, they do decide to pull off, and they don't want to take that fight just yet. So they're going to just leave that one and try to find another day. Affix is upstairs, still by the ruins with the DMR. So that's putting that DMR to the best use possible. Opening up that line of sight there over by the double window. Voltic finally started to gain a little bit more ground here. They need to win this round to bring it a little bit closer before Sinister go into overtime. So, before Voltic go into, so they can go into overtime. Sorry. Smacker might be able to get a sneaky blowtorch breach through that barricade. Not sure if they will be able to hear it or capitalize on it, but if it does work, it'll pay off hugely for them. One rotates through. They do notice that one alibi is by that wall as well, so that's a little bit more information for them. Smacker picks up Arnie, and there we go. Maverick is starting to pay dividends for his team. So that swap onto Maverick has paid off. Well, he hasn't actually gotten any hard breaches. It does look like, ooh, Smacker almost loses the fight with the Fisho. Does look like he does notice the alibi there. Doesn't actually trigger it. Smart move. Great. But Affix with the SMG-12. Oh my gosh, let's win the second fight. Copper picking up a double kill for himself. And the Carbine is proving to be so handy. So will the remote gas grenades as they try to defend this for as long as possible. Sek is not in a great position right now. He's trying to force these gunfights and actually push right through. He's in a good position right now where he's going to be able to plant that diffuser. And maybe Rich might be able to defend for him. And no, my gosh. Looks like he will be able to try to vault over. And there we go. Rich picks up Luna. Unable to actually, and I think he's going to have to put that plant down as well. Copper's outside. Don't think he realizes exactly where he is. Claymore gets taken out. Oh my gosh, the gunfights come out. He doesn't know exactly where he is. All the bullets are flying to him. No clue what's going on. Rich rotates out. He's away the hallway, but he's getting pushed as well. Oh my gosh, he wins the gunfight. Voltic win round 11 just by the skin of your teeth. They played so ballsy there, man. They were right up through their face, right up to the reinforcement, and they were taking gunfights like crazy. Sinister were ballsy too. Copper outside for the longest amount of time. I don't know how you survive like that, man. Jeez. Copper really lamenting his decisions right now. Feels Batman.jpg. Copper's going to be getting a little bit more action on that Jaeger. Maybe try a second time. Because they're going for that same side again. And maybe they'll be able to... Maybe they'll get a little bit more successful this time. Change it around. Maybe don't go outside for that long. I mean, I think Crips is setting a really bad example for the rest of the Siege community. Just because Team Secret did it. Oh, not Team Secret, sorry. Chaos. Just because Chaos did it Doesn't mean everyone should be doing it. I mean, to be fair, it's worked out for him so far. He's picking his moments quite well, but we'll see if he changes things up or not. Could be quite beneficial for them. Sek is rolling through, and he does look like he will be. They'll be doing a little bit of droning, trying to push into the master bedroom as usual. Nothing's new here. Second floor control, kind of disregarding that first floor. They don't really need the bottom floor at this point. But they're not wasting any time. No footprints this time. Does look like Ghoul will be able to push through. Smacker as well. Still has 2 shock drones available to him. Or sorry, 2 combatants. Combatants. And maybe another double claymore. I don't know why they're bringing the double claymore in. I'm not. Maybe the double claymore is like a fear factor, you know, like they're too scared to push up through because they can't get the second one. One's pushing up real far, and then one's even further back. You can't get both unless you've got impacts. So maybe that's the logic behind it, you know. So they've got control over the aquarium, but they need to convert that aquarium control into billiards control. Fisho and Arnie are in a good position to actually control this. But every single member from Voltic is by this aquarium. They need to rotate out and actually gain control somewhere else. They don't have a nomad. I'm not sure if they have any more claymores to put outside the hookah. Because if they don't put claymores outside the hookah and they try to take control of that double window, they will get run out on. Especially, and they could even get run out on from the sunset bar downstairs. So it's a dangerous position to be on, but it can be very strong for them. But with a little bit more recon, they will be trying to control this and maybe push through with a couple of flashbangs. So it does seem like a forced plant right now. They are pushing for the frags, and they are rushing through. Oh no, collateral damage. Rich taking out Affix. Has to push for that kill. Does have to push for that diffuser plant. But he's not in a great position. Oh my gosh, this man is gonna get taken out. Arnie picking up a double kill and very messy push coming up from Voltic so far. I feel like Ghoul can actually salvage this, and he might be able to pick it up. No, Luna cleans that up, and there we go. Sinister winning the first map here versus Voltic Esports. Super messy, super messy. I honestly, I thought they could have done a little bit better with that last round from Voltic. I mean, look at that. 14 kills on Copper with 8 deaths. So that's already like almost 2. So it's like another 1.9 to his KD. Absolutely crazy stuff. So a great game from both teams. Super tight. And I really felt with Voltic, they were kind of flustered and kind of anxious with that last round. So if they come in a little bit more calm, a little bit more collected, and they're clearer on how they're gonna push through, and who's got what angle and who's doing what job, they should be able to win this second map. We'll have to see where we're going though. It does look like we're going to Clubhouse. Thank you, Ricky. So we're gonna go to Clubhouse. We'll be going to a short break while these guys take a little bit of a R&R session for themselves, and they start talking to each other, try to sort it out. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. And welcome back. Sorry about that, folks. We are going to be getting into our second game. We're going to be on Clubhouse now. And yes, I'm sorry that my voice is a little bit off sometimes. It's pretty cold in here. So, we're moving on to our next map. Looking at the last matchup, we have to really take into account that Voltic, I really feel that last round wasn't their best, but they had a great performance all the way through. So they were really close, and they ended up, I think, what was 7-5? Yeah, 7-5. Yeah, and if it's not, then my memory's horrible. Because it is. It really is. But we are going to the next match right now, and on Clubhouse it's a little bit different. It's similar to Coastline. We do see this quite a lot in the Pro League, these similar map lineups. But here we go. We are moving in, and it does look like we're swapping sides on that defense as well. So Sinister are going to be on the opposite side. And it does look like, Voltic are now starting on attack, and Sinister will be on that defense. So hopefully we do see something different come out through for these guys, and Habana is going to be picked up as well. So that ban coming through is going to be big for a map like Clubhouse, because considering and assuming the fact that they will be reinforcing that garage, Capital not being banned out. Okay. So Monty being banned is interesting. I don't think Monty's always a big thing. Monty's always a big thing. But, he's a big guy. But Capital is he's one of those operators that you always want to ban, but you kind of always want to have. So teams are kind of 50-50 with whether they ban him or not, and whether or not they keep him on their roster and their operator pool. Pulse gets taken out, so does Mira, and we do look like a pretty standard. Okay, I take that back. That's not standard at all. Looking at this ban, Pulse not usually being banned on this map either. I've seen him banned a couple of times, but not that often. So there we go. Does look like Affix as well on that Maverick. So nothing new coming out from these lineups here. Does look like Gym and Bedroom start actually coming out first. So normally we do see a Cash and CCTV or the Armory downstairs, but Gym and Bedroom is still quite viable as a first start. Quite popular as a site to defend as well, to be honest. Anyway, Castle actually being picked up by Luna is quite standard these days. Not for Luna, but for defending the site. So we do see normally that Castle barricade actually go up in between the Gym Bedroom and the hall where the shutter is, to where the Jacuzzi bandit trick normally goes. So Vicious is probably going to be on there. Luna's going to, I'm not sure if she's actually barricaded, put a castle barricade. Yeah, she has. Okay, so she's put a double castle barricade over both windows, one by construction, one by the gym, and one to the hall, where Vicious is most likely going to be bandit tricking, but he's going for a very long run. Not too sure if he's successful or not picking up that drone, but he will be most likely going back to site, and they are going to be holding from the CCTV, not exactly from Cash. There we go. Ghoul as well, pushing up. We're trying to secure this. Oh my gosh. Copper taking him out quite quick over by CCTV. Oversight, if anything, really. I'm surprised they didn't actually clear that out a little bit more thoroughly before he started rushing onto those, rushing outside those windows. But now that they are pushing up and they're gaining its control, oh, he might actually get taken out here. Copper with a double kill for himself on Smacker as well. Does seem to be an interesting turn of events. Voltic actually taking their defense here on CCTV for granted. I'm surprised he's only making the kill holes now. Wow. Almost gets his head taken off as well.
Launching drone.
Drone does go through and they are pushing up. Vicious is downstairs, not bothering with the bandit trick just yet. Probably not needed, but has a very short travel time all the way back onto that side as well. Copper will be pushing up, controlling those central stairs, along with Luna. But it doesn't look like they need a lot of work right now because Voltic are the ones with a lot of homework to do. 3 to 5 with a minute left on the clock. They finally get into the cash room and it cost them a lot. So they lost their Thatcher and they lost the Nomad. Nomad didn't have all the air jabs put in placed down as well. So that's a huge loss in utility. And now that Ghoul's taken out,
Targets detected.
Arnie and oh wait, hold up. Oh, again? I think it was Fisher guy last time, and it's BB now. So it's a bit. I hope they're not doing this on purpose. Oh, Affix with I think he had good call out there because he got a line of sight there. Wait, Luna? Does Luna know? He's baiting it. Nope, Luna doesn't. Her sixth sense is giving him. It's like, oh no! Affix picks up a kill, but Copper trades out as well. So they trade out, and it doesn't look good for Sek so far. He's in a 1 to 3 situation. He might be able to pick up this kill onto Luna. Gets the down. Probably picks up the kill as well. But he might not be able to pick up any more just yet as they try to collapse on him. Sinister. Close out round 1 on Clubhouse. And there we go. So, Voltic losing the first round on a map that they chose. I'm surprised if you if you choose a map, I would assume that you want to go onto defense because honestly, most maps are defender sided because it is a defender game. However, I feel like Voltic they do have something up their sleeve and they just need the chance to really play their cards because right now Sinister are controlling the game quite well. It's only a round in though, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and we'll see how it turns out because the last map on Coastline was super tight and fairly contested, so maybe see something similar come out this time around as well. Copper will be placing a couple of barricades, most likely playing from inside the blue tunnel, trying to maybe delay as much as possible, but that's most likely going to be Luna's job. Legion probably does have a better time over there, especially with the goo mines actually providing a lot of information on where the enemy might be coming from, because it does provide indicators after all. This looks like they've got swift control over that garage. Pushing into the oil. Ooh, seized. I don't think he saw the feet. I'm not sure if he didn't even land any shots on his feet, but I don't think he realized that those were feet. So Affix is going to control upstairs. They've got second floor control. Soon to have first floor control, but now that they are pushing down into the bar, all 5 men are downstairs. They don't really need anyone to control the first floor or roam on a map like Clubhouse for the armory. It's quite uncommon actually these days. You see anyone actually roaming when you're defending armory because armory is so wide and so interconnected that you don't. I mean, you can defend the whole site from downstairs. So there we go. The wall being opened up as well. Affix is going to be trying to push through. That Maverick going to work on the hatches right now. Almost got it open, and once they do have this open by the biker, by the Biker Memorial. They could be actually getting a swift breach onto the rear bar wall. So that wall that we're looking at right now. Looks like they will be able to get that thermite going. They've actually reinforced that wall over there on the left, which is surprising because we normally see that being used as a kill hole for anyone trying to get this breach down. That provides them way less security. X-Thermite goes out, EMP goes out as well. Doesn't look like it's going to be successful. Doesn't look like it's going to be a successful stop to that. No impact tricks. No Kaid. No nothing. Doesn't look like it. But it does look like they will be able to push through. Get that open and maybe not try to contest this. And wow, okay. Playboy picks up kill and a second for himself on the copper as well. Affix gets taken down and he's not out of the game just yet. But now that they are going to be trying to contest this, does look like Smacker sees the barrel of the defender on the other side. Arnie picking up the kill with BB. And Smacker onto Vicious. So now 2-2. 1-2 technically because Affix is down. Doesn't look like he will be able to pick himself out. Does not have the withstand that Smacker does. And he will be pushing through. A couple of shots push up. But Sinister win round 2 yet again. Voltic are, I think they're playing their cards right. They're getting these breaches done, but Sinister are winning the gunfights with timing, essentially. So I think Voltic can still take this to a third game, but it isn't looking good for them so far. Sinister are definitely, well, they're more experienced as a team. They've been around in the scene for far longer, but I wouldn't count Voltic out. They do have talent. They do have the ability to fool as well, being one of the highest fragging players on that team. Should be able to call quite a few shots for his team and try to bring in that win. Like I said, these bullet holes are trending like crazy right now. Fantastic angle, definitely going to be used far more often. You have some interesting angle. Oh my gosh, oh no, he walks off it. They were all walking onto that line of sight and he just it's bad timing, dude. Unfortunately. Unfortunate. So now that Voltic are 2 down, and they're bringing the Capitao now. I'd be surprised if Capitao and probably the Maverick don't actually get to work on the gym. But they've got a lot of men upstairs trying to control over the construction site. And gym and bedroom now as well. No one actually going to work on that garage. I'm surprised they've just kind of given a bit of a forfeit to it. But hopefully they change their mind because it's going to be paramount to actually doing something. The Echo Drone is going to actually stop him. I don't know how or where that thing is right now, but they are pushing up. Trying to get this. Fisho picks it up with the RNG-11 Affix as well. Down there. And it seems to be a very one-dimensional push. I really think they need to actually push up a little bit more to try to nail a better position. Because they're kind of tunneling themselves in, and it's just going to turn into a very lemming-esque strategy. They don't have much variety or many good angles. I'm not sure what BB is trying to flash. probably suspects someone's downstairs, but he's most likely hearing the footsteps from inside the room. The breach is successful. They are pushing up with a couple of flashbangs. They are still in a good position, but I think they're too stacked up in that construction. I've said that twice now, but nothing's happening. Gonna force it out. Maybe pick up a kill. There we go. Smack up. Gets Luna on the rotation, and Fisho being picked up by Sek as well. They've got interesting line of sight here. If they get to clear up cash, that's an easy plan for them. Maybe that was part of their plan all along, but there we go. One downstairs. Copper picking up a double kill for those who peeked him downstairs. It does look like Ghoul might be a big. Oh no! Smacker picking up Vicious and turning out to be a 2-1 right now. Diffuser gets picked up. He's gonna get planting. He's gonna get to planting it right by the bomb. But Copper with a triple kill coming in from that long flank, that late roam, cancels the defuse, takes it to the gunfight. Smacker rotates all the way out back into the bedroom, and he gets killed by a. Oh my gosh! Gets taken out by the Claymore. I don't know if that was a 200 IQ play forcing him to rotate like that, or if he was just really unlucky. Because I honestly think Copper was just really unlucky. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they made him rotate onto that Claymore. Very close round for Voltic. Almost lost that one. Very lucky on that last Claymore kill. But they're gonna go back into gym and bedroom now, and they had some good. They've had great success on that gym and bedroom, and I'd be surprised if they lose it. If they lose it now, because Sinister are just doing so good. Voltic. I mean, yeah, they're playing their strat, but I hope they change it up. I hope they turn it around and they actually they try something a little bit more diverse, because they almost had that. They almost had that with the single angle push, but they were brute forcing it the entire time, and I'm not sure if that's gonna work a second time around, especially for a site like gym and bedroom where everything is really narrowed in and it's coming down to a lot of tunnel fights essentially. Oh man, does he realize? Oh, he almost had it. He almost had it. He saw it, but he didn't realize. Unfortunately, all these close bullet hole kills coming out, leaving me with a little bit of anxiety. Affix upstairs already will be getting to work on those hatches soon, I'm sure. But it does look like they are just doing a little bit more droning out. Now attacking the jacuzzi for a very different attack this time. Fantastic drone work, actually preserving his drone as he rotates through. BB picks out the bandit as well, loses his drone unfortunately. But they will be closing in. 2 minutes left on this. Oh, nice shot, Smacker. Arnie gets taken out. There goes your Maestro. That's a lot of utility that you're going to lose. Unfortunately, Arnie won't be around for much longer. And Affix all by himself as well.
Time to ring some ears.
Texan Dynamite gets popped, and they will be successful in picking that one up. He's going to have to get to work on another site, most likely, by the look of it. It does look like Smacker gets taken out. He gets slapped. Copper picking up that kill for himself, and Fisho guy onto Affix. So Voltic are dropping like flies, but Arnie no longer in the map. It's still a big loss for them. They've still got utility available to them, but nothing that won't be too missed if they died. I'm not even sure if the Maestro cams are in the right position right now to even provide information. The asphyxiating boat does go down, forces him to rotate off the stairs, and they might be able to pick up a kill here. He's kind of edging it on those flames, and I don't think he's going to be able to pick that up. BB picks up a kill on the Copper. There we go. He does. All my calls are wrong. All my calls are wrong. So another asphyxiating bolt will be going down in between sites. You see the mute rotate. Vicious picks up kill, and ooh, BB picks up nice refrag on Vicious for Ghoul. But Fisho guy with a double kill cleans it up, and Luna tidies up the mess. Playboy Sec getting taken out there. Another round for Sinister. 3-1 now, round 5. I don't think Voltic are doing. I don't think Voltic's strats and angles are bad. I think, like I said before, I think it's just really coming down to Sinister just having better timing, and I don't think it's luck. I think it's the experience that's coming through, actually bringing it forward as well. So Fisho guy as well will be switching off the Valkyrie into a mute. Similar lineup that we saw last round, except now we have a Legion and we also have a Smoke. So more long-term operators and a lot of late round investment coming through to pay off. Couple more reinforcements going down. Does look like it's going to be a similar setup from before. I'd be surprised if they actually reinforce that corner again. They most likely will reinforce it. There we go. Fisho does get onto it. Doesn't want to have to fight that angle. Can be a two-way thing, I suppose. But they do have a line of sight available, so they can throw a C4 if they do hear anyone actually trying to plant. So that works out as well. They technically still have a lot of control. And now that they might be able to go for an impact trick, so Luna might be on that. Luna's the only one with impacts available, actually. Actually, no, Smoke might have impacts on him. But I think Vicious would have actually taken barbed wire, considering most of the other operators would have had either barbed wire or a shield. Could very well be either. So there we go. Affix is rolling through. It does look like they are rotating and might just be able to secure first floor quite swiftly. A lot of test shots coming out, but it does look like, I think Fisho guy is trying to contest that smash. C4 going on. Oh, doesn't actually manage to pick him up. Gets tagged just a little bit. We'll make it out alive though. Copper is at half health as well. Not looking and feeling so good, but Sinister are still in the superior positioning.
Drone activity. Device is going dark. Time to ring some ears.
Yeah, those mute jammers are providing a lot of cover for them right now, and they are going to be able to just shut them up for a little bit longer. And as they push through, it does look like BB actually loses another drone. Unfortunate. Fantastic placement by the mute jammers, and Smacker not able to provide much more information without losing his as well. Does barely, unfortunately, but Ghoul should be able to make something of that soon if he manages to rotate to site. Affix actually pushing up with. Oh no, he's in construction. He's in the construction site, the external construction site. Tanks a little bit of damage. Has to pull the Goo Mine out of there. But I don't think anyone's with him. Is someone actually with him? Ghoul is on the other side. He won't be able to help them actually open that breach up. It does look like Affix. Oh no, doesn't actually get the refrag, but they will be able to. They are successful picking up that kill. They've actually decided to forfeit that bar breach, and they've actually gone with a dirt tunnel push. Interesting enough, does look like Ghoul is pinched in between the oil pit, and oh no, the impacts from Luna pick up Sec. One more kill onto Luna as well, and there we go, a double kill. Vicious with one as well onto Ghoul, and Smacker with a double of his own will be taken out. Defenders with round 5. It does look like a 4-1 scoreline right now. Voltic are not in the best position. They need to bring this back in, and it's just being pulled away, yanked from their hands, round by round. Surely surely they still have it in them to bring in overtime, a third map even. Now, if they go to cash and CCTV and then gym again, I am more than sure Sinister's going to be able to close this out 7-1. I honestly think it's going to be 7-1 at this point. Don't get me wrong. I think Voltic are a fantastic team. I think they've got great potential. And we've seen them play better than this. But Sinister are just playing better. And they're playing smarter. And if anything, they've got better timing. They've got better positioning almost at all times. And they take a couple more risks for some of these plays, you know. They're expending more utility. And that's exactly what they should be doing. But hopefully we do see this come through. And Vicious on that Echo now. So an operator that we haven't seen this game so far, but it's gonna be so. Oh no, we have seen Echo before. What am I talking about? Back on this side, but an operator we don't see very much at all, to be honest.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
It does look like BB will be on the case, as it seems. Actually pushing up, gaining a little bit of momentum. I'm actually interested to see how they're actually going to go by this. Maybe a push into logistics might be exactly what they need right now. So a lot of the walls being shot out right now, and they're probably going to get quick control over the over the bedroom and gym construction as well. BB on the site, probably going for a hard breach. Smack is already taking some very aggressive angles and doesn't look like they're wasting time at all. Now that they've droned out one more downstairs, Ghoul might be able to actually take him out. He is in a good position for it, but he doesn't want to take that fight just yet. He has a lot of important utility available to him. They might be going for another hatch kill. Hatch being opened out. Smoke being used as well. Try to force him to gunfight. Maybe another lucky round for Voltic with that Claymore. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case. But it could very well be what ends up happening. So FX as well being taken out by Sec, as well as Sec by Copper and Fisho. It does look like Sinister are in a very advantageous position as well. So they haven't lost their Capital just yet. So that's good. That's a plus. But now that Copper is rotating through, he's probably going to clean it up real quick. So there's only two left that Sinister don't need to actually push, and they need to just wait for Copper to come back around. Rich is hanging around the backside as well, trying to hold their flank, but that's not necessarily what he needs to do right now. He needs to actually try to use that utility to push through and actually secure a little bit of that construction and a little bit more of that cash and CC. Vicious gonna rotate through. I'm not sure where he's gonna go, but now that Copper's back on site, they might be able to actually get this platform. Couple of shots here. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna get picked up. Arnie, playing from Garage, will be able to hold that long angle. The plant's gonna go down. They do clear it. They're gonna throw a couple of shots, and red things do come out. They do tag them just a little bit, and Rick is the only one. Sorry, Rich, the BB, is the only one left. But here we go. He's gonna wait, but no. Copper picks up a nice kill. There we go. Another round for them. 5-1 right now. Sinister looking so confident. A very different game from what we saw on Coastline, where Voltic were just so close. Definitely Sinister's map, and unfortunately this was Voltic's pick, so really working against them right now. So now Voltic is going to be back on to Cash and CC. Now that they have swapped roles and swapped sides, maybe they'll have a better time. We do see some teams actually in the Pro League and the Challenger League as well actually turn out quite big. And once they swap around, turn into completely different teams, it's like their playstyle changes, their tempo changes, their how do I say it? Their entire game sense changes on defense, and that's to be expected. It is a very defender centric game. It's always going to work better for the defender, but we'll have to see if they can actually capitalize on this opportunity that they have.
Claymore mine is ready. Reloading! Deploying drone.
Drones will be taken out quite swiftly. It does look like maybe the blowtorch might come in handy here, but doubled up with an EMP, they might be able to hold these angles here as they try to push through and try to open it up. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I quite liked it, Luna picking up a very nice kill quite quickly. There we go. Should be an easy job for the thermite. Essentially grapple upside down, reach it open, get a little bit of a gunfight going for them. So just to finish what I was saying before, unfortunately, it was a bit of a bug where the blowtorch could actually open up an entire reinforcement and actually take it down by cutting it in half. So they've gotten rid of that now, so it's unfortunate because I quite like that. I thought it was a good mechanic. But now that it's gone, because I think Maverick was just a bit too strong with it. Now that it's gone, we've gone back to the old ways of just actually taking out the bandit shock wires. Pushing through. Bishop guy, ooh, peak right now. Does lose quite a lot of life. Has to push back. Rotate out. Does have 2 frag grenades to his disposal. He might be able to pick up a kill quite sneakily if timed well enough. Ooh, there we go. Bishop. Pick up that kill like I said. With that frag grenade. Unfortunately, Copper doesn't pick up one onto the corner. Does look like he might have to rotate and push through. Oh my gosh, with a melee! Right onto Affix. There we go. Playboy Sex in a bit of a pickle right now. He's not going to be able to use that yokai anytime soon. It does look like Luna picks up another kill for herself. Starting out big, and Ghoul cleans up on the Copper. He's going to have to rotate all the way around. He doesn't have any C4s, obviously, because it's a Jaeger, but with no impacts or nothing, he's going to have to try to go for a wallbang. They're going to have the pings coming out from the yokai, but he's going to try to contest this angle while Vicious tries to defend that defender as they plant. But no, Luna cleans it up. Round 7 for Sinister, and they are 1 round away from taking this best 3 2-0. Voltic only have 1 more shot. They can't mess up anymore. So they have to win. They have to win 5 rounds back to back to take it to overtime for a shot at winning this map in order to take it to a 3rd map in order to win a best of 3. So that's a lot of work right there. They have to really turn it out. And it's going to be one heck of a time. But I feel like Voltic aren't there mentally right now. I feel like they're distracted. They're kind of flustered a little bit. Didn't expect Clubhouse to turn out this way, even though they did pick it. They were prepared for it, I assume. But unfortunately, it does look like it's gonna be Sinister's map. Unfortunately, this is how I think it's going to turn out. So, here on the second map for Let's Play Live's Challenger League, we are in our first semi-final, leading up to our grand final. Sinister versus Voltic. Will Voltic be able to clear out Sinister in a very steep uphill climb in order to bring in a best of 3 for us here live at the Let's Play Live studio for Rainbow Six ANZ Challenger League series? Official guys pushing one in the bathroom, and oh no, the shotgun takes him out. Smacker cleans that up. Voltic curing up the stairs, doing some rotation, trying to play a little bit sneakier, a little bit smarter right now. So Fisho being taken off the board early is good. Sledge could have done a lot of work downstairs on the first floor, but Copper actually going to challenge this foothold. No angles to peek him just yet, but he's waiting for the pings from Arnie. Maybe get a nice little crossfire, flush him out. Concussions don't actually go off at the right time, so they don't trigger, but Luna's trying to pinch as well. So she sees one rotation, she might actually peek this. Will she be able to pick this up? Yes, there we go. Luna's turning out absolutely huge these last few games. Reaching around, going over the hatch as well, just to make sure that she can Cop can rotate quite safely, and over by into the storage to try to get a couple of more angles. Arnie as well will be pushing up and getting work on these hatches, and it does look like a Sinister round yet again. The Kai trick is on, but that won't stop Arnie. He's got quite a bit of health left, so he won't be taken down anytime soon, and he will be able to pick it up quite safely as well. Oh yeah, Tilliclo gets shot out, unfortunately not being placed in a safer position. But with the EMP coming down, oh, sick, picking up a nice kill on the Copper, so there goes Zofia. I mean, Zofia used quite a bit of utility already, so not a huge loss, but you do lose an ACOG, you do lose a very good gun, and you do lose one of your top fraggers, so Arnie holding a very interesting angle. Castle barricades actually going to work quite well. The blowtorch should be able to do quite a lot of work, but looks like they're going to try to force this one out. It does have the I think he damaged Arnie just a little bit. But oh no, this gunfight looks a little bit messy. One over the other. Does look like BB and Vicious refrag over one another, and there we go. Luna gets taken out, and oh no, Voltic win another round. They win a round. 2 rounds to Voltic now. They're still in the game. This is crazy. I thought they didn't have it in them, but nope, they're still here, guys. Voltic definitely not going down without a fight. Still trying to bare their teeth and claw their way to victory. Copper going to switch back to that Zofia. I wouldn't expect anything less from the man. And Affix onto the Valkyrie. So for Cash and CCTV, I think that those are apt choices and could work quite well for them. But Voltic don't have a very good history on this side. Attacking. Can they switch it around? Defending. I mean, defense-wise as well, not that great so far. We saw it. You know. But I think it's just Sinister just being good at attacking. This is definitely one of the maps that Sinister are going to be studied for. Quote me on that. Don't. But Smacker really trying to pull out all the stops right now with that spawn peak there, so he might be able to pick up a nice kill. couple of members did spawn there. He doesn't find anyone just yet. Maybe they actually they found him. Oh yeah, they know. They know. He didn't have the angle. He held that spawn peak for too long. I mean, with those kind of maneuvers and those kind of choices, you can't really commit to it for very long. But that's not looking good for Voltic right now, especially on match point. So similar trick coming out from the last time we saw Arnie and Luna on this site. Should turn out the same way, essentially, I think. But because there's no one tricking, it does look like an easy experiment for the rest of them. Gets popped open. Luna is gonna rappel back up. EMP will probably go down again, deeper into the site. Hopefully doesn't get taken out by an ADS. Ghoul gets taken out though. Vicious picks up that kill over by, I think, what looked to be the storage. Playboy Sec gets taken out. Arnie with a double kill for himself. Vicious pushing up through. Does look like Sinister have very strong control, and it does look like they are going to be closing this out. 1 minute 36 seconds left. We might see our first grand finalist here in Let's Play Live Challenger League. BB takes out Arnie. There we go. 2-4 right now. In a 1-4 situation, Voltic, Affix has to go big right now. He has to play like he's never played before. He's cornered on all sides right now. Nowhere to throw that C4, and he gets cornered. Copper flanks him, picks up the kill. Good game. And Sinister closed that out quite easily. A solid performance from Sinister GG. And a very valiant attempt from Voltic. Honestly, I thought Voltic could have really brought that through. Really pulled it in, but unfortunately it does seem that Sinister were just the better team this time around. Copper, yet again. 13 kills, 6 deaths. The man is a monster. What can I say? So, just to recap, Clubhouse 7-5 now as well, 7-2. Sinister taking out 2 maps here. Our first grand finalists, guys. So, excited to see what they're gonna bring in 2 weeks. They do get a week break. We're gonna be seeing Extricity versus, my memory's horrible, Justice Esports Club. Next week here, same channel, same time, Rainbow Six ANZ or Let's Play Live _play, LPL _play. Thank you everybody for joining us here. I apologize profusely for my block nose. It's super cold in here. I have not been well for the last few days, but I thought that my people needed me. I couldn't pull out, and the semifinals had to be broadcasted, so we had to do it. I'm sorry it was a little subpar. I've cast it better before, I promise you. But rest assured, we'll be coming back strong next week. Don't worry, the rest of the week still has a lot of Rainbow Six action for you. Ubisoft's putting out a lot of content, and they're really doing a good job actually bringing in as much as they can for APAC. So tomorrow as well, we've got, I think, Rainbow Six ANZ Masters. We've got Masters, we've got Pro League as well. On top of that, don't forget, guys, we also have the Southeast Asian Pro League as well over by Rainbow Six SEA. That's a new channel. That's the official new channel. I'll be casting there myself for the Southeast Asian Pro League tomorrow and so Wednesday and Thursday night as well. But if not, any other time, we'll be back next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. Thank you very much. My name is Ian Lan Seaton. I've been joined by Joseph Blazestrike Cooper and Ricky Shinya as well. Thank you so much to the team so far. And unfortunately, I tried to get Cthulhu because Cthulhu's the only other Rainbow Six caster in New Zealand, to be on the show, to duo cast with me for these semifinals and the finals. But unfortunately, he's committed to the other ANZ stuff. So unfortunately, we'll have to see him maybe next time for the next season. But thank you anyway for joining us today. My name's Ian Lan Seaton. One more. We'll see you guys next week.